Hi, I'm Todd Spearman with the Blue and Gold, and these are the picks of the week. Today, we have some very special guests on the program. To my right, Coach K. To my left, Coach Karassik.
People's champ.
And we'll let our student introduce himself.
John Stanfield.
John is with us. So, we're going to go ahead, and there are a lot of good games on this weekend. And first, let's start off with our college matchups. Oregon versus Michigan State. Coach K, how do you see this one turn out?
Going with the Ducks for my nephew. Go at him.
Karassik.
You know, you got that untested transfer quarterback this year, Mel. The Oregon Ducks do. So I'm going to go with a solid, stout Michigan State defense for the victory.
I got to go along with Mr. Karassik here. Oregon gave up 42 points last week against Eastern Washington, so they're playing in Michigan State. I think it's Michigan State for the win.
All right, Oklahoma versus Tennessee. Coach K.
Tennessee's looking good. The Vols.
People's champ.
Choklahoma, eh? You know, Tennessee's like the darlings and the sweethearts of college football pundits this year. Yeah, that burnt orange can just take off. I don't care. But they're going to win the game. And, you know, getting back to good old days with Fulmer, huh?
And John.
I like the SEC, but since my brother is now attending Oklahoma, I got to go with Oklahoma on this one.
Georgia versus Vanderbilt. Coach K.
UGA. In a big one.
People's champ.
Really? UGA, that's a 21-point spread. They're going to win by 35, is my guess.
And John.
Go Dogs. Nick Chubb for Heisman.
And now for Sunday's action in the NFL. The Giants versus the Cowboys. Coach K.
Give me the boys in the Jerry Dome.
All right, Coach Karassik.
Yeah, Cowboys win despite Romo's best efforts.
And John.
I got to go with the Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. and Eli Manning they're powerful.
Powerful is good. Ravens versus the Broncos. Coach K.
Nevermore, quoth the Ravens.
Coach Karassik.
I think the Ravens defense is aging at a faster rate than Peyton Manning. So despite his noodle arm he's got now, Broncos are going to roll on this one.
John.
Broncos as well.
And our final matchup, the Giants versus the Cardinals. Coach K.
Give me the Cardinals by 1 at home, even though the line says 2-0 for the Aints.
Karassik.
I'm actually not going to discuss this game. I think it's the most irrelevant game. Might as well say Carolina and Jacksonville. No one cares, not even people in New Orleans or Phoenix care about this game. So instead I'm going to comment on the Falcons and Eagles. It's +3 for the Falcons right now. Really, it's +6. 6, as we know, is a very interesting number because the Falcons could have 6 people blocking for Matt Ryan out there, and they still couldn't block even Atlanta's pass rush from last year. I'm still going to take the Falcons, though. I'll be a homer. So Falcons by a safety.
Going rogue. And John.
I'll bring it back to the scheduled game, and I got Cardinals.
And now for my picks of the week. First, turning to our college action, I'm going to go with Michigan State. Oregon really has lost too many big things. There's no Mariota. There's not the spark or the flash that they had. So I'm sure they'll come out in one of their 40 wacky uniforms, and I just don't see them getting it done. So we're going with Michigan State there. Oklahoma versus Tennessee. Tennessee is a very chic pick this year, but I'm going to stick with Oklahoma. Just think that this is one of their tougher games, and I think they can pull it out. Georgia versus Vanderbilt. Why throw when you got Nick Chubb? So they're going to stick with Chubb on the ground, and I think they're going to get the running game going pretty well. And Sunday's action, the Giants versus the Cowboys. It's a great matchup if you like scoring. I'm going to have to stick with the Cowboys. They got a great offensive line. The Giants, I'm still not totally sold on, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys there. Ravens versus the Broncos. I do agree Manning's arm does get more tired as the season goes on. We'll stick with the Broncos in the final matchup. The Giants versus the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals there only because they just seem like they are together with their receivers, and I'm going to put the Cardinals up. Chamblee BG, if you want to see live tweets, scores, and updates of the game, and also check out, teachers going rogue and off script. If you'd like to check that out too, you can check us out on Chamblee BG. So, any final shout-outs?
Go Pack, go! Georgia stole our G.
It's a good time for my fantasy update and player alert, Mr. Spearman here. Fantasy update first. I had Gronk last night going to the game, 3 touchdowns. So I am up in my league first week. One of my 3 leagues, the other leagues were irrelevant. And my pick of the week for fantasy football this week, I'm going to go with Matt Bryant. It's a lock. He'll probably kick 5 or 6 field goals. Can't beat that.
It could happen.
Also, if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's TonTonMcCoop13 at TonTonMcCoop13.
But ask your parents first.
Go Dogs.
We'll see you next time.